Dun. Should be able to use the bikes here. Yeah, teach anyone who doesn't know how to ride, so just let me know if you want to try. Ich habe gerade keinen mit Ordnung, der mir Treasure Chest anzeigt, ne? Was war nochmal dieses Ding, was mir Treasure Chest überhaupt anzeigt? Ah, hier, Second Mirror. Genau. Gibt noch 2 Truhen. Oh, warum hat er die noch nicht gescannt sind? So, keine Wohl auf uns zu sterben. Ja. Wir haben keinen Vogel, das ist so wieder egal. Dum, dum, dum. Die Stealth-Scheiße nervt. So. Dann. East Crossbow Highway. Ja.
あそこに乗っ取られたイリュシオンが。そしておそらくは我々がやるべきことはここで油を売ることではあるまい。そうですね。 準備を進めないと。行きましょう。
Hier soll ich test yours voll bei, deswegen ist er jetzt eigentlich hierher gekommen. Dann gehen wir mal zu Amerika.
お前らくらいのガキにしてはささやかな夢語るじゃねえか。
相当厳しい過去をたどってきたからこそみたいね。めんどくさいな。でもいつか居場所を見つけてほしいものです。
No. Ah, so good to see you again, as it says. Hey guys, could you still in one piece? Same to you, Scott. So came here to catch up with Pearl? Yeah, I figured I'd greet someone around as an opportunity to check in. Couldn't help but notice she wasn't in any of the cars that brought the refugees home. Sorry for not leaving sooner. The others were so worried about the families they left behind that I let them go first. I wasn't as worried because I knew you'd be okay. I knew you'd come for us. So I married you. Here I am, the only one seeing those fireworks. Sorry about that. Anyway, Pearl told me all about how much you helped everyone. You guys protected America while the city was occupied, right? It our hands full just trying to figure out how to save mines. I really owe it to you all. Yeah, it was thanks to the SSS allies that stayed behind and were able to feel safe. Could you tell the young man with the spiked hair and his sister that wears an eye patch how much we appreciate what they did for us? Sure, I'm glad we could all be of help. I'll pass you a little message on to Walt and Scarlet. Adorable. So... Dann... So, 2. Es gibt nämlich ein kleines Mini-Event. Look, is that hot water? It wasn't here, any of us came through this area. Saying hot spring appeared out of nowhere, then I wouldn't be surprised if this was another fairy spring. What's a fairy spring? It's an unusual kind of hot spring that can appear spontaneously when there are extreme disturbances to the spirit winds. It started happening across the Empire during the Great Twilight. Right, but I never thought I'd see one in Crossbow too. It's hardly surprising when you think about it. The tower is absorbing vast amount of mana for the spirit winds themselves. That's disturbing them more than anything to date. You put it like that, it would be confusing if they weren't consequences. So to say, this water is dangerous because connected to the tower through the spirit winds, though far from it. Can vouch that there is some mana in the water at the very least. I call the fairy springs we encountered in the Empire to be rather relaxing. Really? I can't want to try climbing in now. I'm going to object to do a little R&R. Yeah, not miss an opportunity to slack off. Calling me shocked. There's no harm in taking a break now and then. We should feel lucky you found a spot like this. Let's keep this occasion in mind in case we ever want to jump in and take a soak to recharge. Yep, das ist einfach ein kompletter Voll hier. So. Gut. Und theoretisch ist ja eigentlich noch ein bisschen ungeöffnete Map. Als Teile, die wir nicht gesehen haben. Weil wir durch Cutscenes einfach durchgelaufen sind, nicht in echt. Hui. Oh ja. Gehen wir nach Mainz proper, würde ich sagen. Achso, ja, Mainz Mining Village.
鉱山町の人たちには本当にお世話になりましたね。
なあ、おかげであの包囲を乗り越えられたんだよな。
支え合う強さですか。私には縁遠いものだな。
ルーファス？
Jiro, what are you doing here? Oh, Jonah, look at all those legit-looking friends you've got in tow. So anyway, I was making my way across the Isengard Range all by my lonesome when I learned Crossbear had been occupied again. Soon as I heard, I came rushing back. It wasn't easy with the borders being closed, but after crossing many a mountain and valley, I made it back in one piece. Du bist mir sagen, du bist von Isengard Range die ganze Zeit über Gebirge hinüber gestolpert, sag ich mal so. Nur um nach Mainz zurückzukommen? You what? I gotta be pulling out a leg. I remember seeing an email, but I didn't realize you were one tough customer to know. You know, I had no idea why there felt like a pit in my stomach that wouldn't go away at first, but it makes sense now. I don't think I'll be going away anytime soon. I will. Be careful. You will. You too, and take care on the rest of your journey. Alright. Yeah, I knew all the side for Race. The folks at St. Ursula's hospital just got in touch. Race surgery was a success, so I just let everyone in the town know. Isn't that wonderful news, Randy? Sorry for worrying everyone. In a small detail of note, according to the radio, Crossbear has been liberated. Can't thank you enough. This never could have happened without your help. You've given us the courage to press on once more. For people like us, especially. All the townsfolk gathered together to listen to the radio. And when we heard the city had been liberated, we had nothing but glowing praise for the SSS. The SSS has always had my back, and no one started them, and so forth. Now that's just embarrassing. But he's hardly the only one who had kind words. Everyone here in Mainz has been on the receiving end of your help. But even us downtrodden souls are determined to find something to do in this situation. Don't count Don't count anybody in Mainz out yet. You can leave the rest here to us. Ich glaube, der Satz macht gerade grammatisch nicht viel Sinn. Suppose you're also in the middle of your mission? Please be careful. Take it hard. Don't worry. Thanks all for your help. So. Ja, wir können auch direkt mal zu St. Ursula gehen. Wenn ich sie sehen würde auf dem Ding. Ach so, hier, es gibt noch mehr.
Mireille-san, 一命を取り留めて本当に良かったですよね。ランディ先輩も作戦中ずっと気がかりだったみたいですし。
ああ、でそこまでじゃねえっての。まあ、来たついでに見舞ってやるかね。
おやおや、語るに落ちたみたいだ。
私も潜伏中にお世話になった方々に挨拶しましょうか。
Was war mit Chat hier? Is everyone today? Michette came all the way from Michelin to see you. Aww. Oops. Ist irgendwie cool, dass Michelle sowas hier anholen und zum Beispiel die Kinder oder sowas noch ein bisschen was zu geben. Gut. Kann ich direkt zum Rooftop gehen? Ja, Rod Rooftop. Oh, it's good to see you all. I wasn't expecting you to show up eventually. I was expecting you to show up eventually. As I told you earlier, First Lieutenant Mieri's surgery is when as planned. Though she is far from being discharged, we'll be monitoring her condition for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I figured. You're your big time, Doc. Is that great news, Randy? I think it's a huge weight off everyone's shoulders to hear that she will be alright. Yeah, even someone not from Crossberg can appreciate the sacrifice she made. Let me echo Randy's sentiment. You can't thank you enough, Dr. Sayland. I'm also proud and grateful to you for helping, Linda. You told me I'd come back to Crossberg with her, but I didn't expect you to find you here. Well, I am a Force alumni and former nurse at St. Ursula. I couldn't just sit on my hands and do nothing. I want to pitch in, even if I can't fight on the front lines with all of you. Rest assured that Mary is in good hands. We see that she and the other Crossberg Guardian Force members and police officers here get better. Really appreciate we would really appreciate that. So, Miss Orlano, what would you like to do now? She's not conscious yet, but the condition is stable. I can allow you a brief visit. Are you serious? Would I jest? Besides, there have been numerous accounts of comatose patients being able to hear others' voices. It's possible your visit could help your condition further. Thank you, Doctor. We appreciate the gesture. Should we go visit Mireille then? Sure. Take it up on that. Very well then. All I ask is that you keep your voices down. There are still other patients in the building. Will do. Then if you'd follow us. Should we go too? Doesn't have anything to do with us. True, but you may as well go out of respect. I agree, I want to see how she's doing too. Let's accompany them. Mireille. Color's looking a lot better now. Yeah, and her breathing stabilized. White is too, she's pulled through the worst of it. Thank goodness. Yeah. Sounds like her condition was severe, but the goddess watched over her. Same dog worked on the Emperor too, right? She knows her stuff. The rest will be up to her at this point, but she'll be fine, I'm sure. The Crossberg Guardian Force are no pushovers. Exactly, the best thing you can do is believe. Okay, but they all care about her so much. What if I'm capable of thinking of others that way they do? Thanks for all you've done for us, Mireille. So take a good rest. We keep on from here. Randy. Yeah. Make sure you come back, you idiot. If I don't have you, I still haven't told you anything. Don't worry, she only fell back asleep. She shouldn't even be trying to talk. Try telling her that, she's always pushing it. But hey, it's only a matter of time. You're not the only one who's got stuff to talk about. You have the chance soon, I'm sure. Just another reason we've got to make this operation a success, right? Yeah, I'm feeling more fired up about it than I was before, even. We see you when all's said and done, alright? You take care of any business, then it's right back to you before you know it. Her condition is stable, anything could still happen. I'll continue keeping a close eye on her. You can see her again whenever you like. You have my permission. Well, thanks a million. Just doing my job. As for my other patient. Is that Ilya? I did receive word she was brought here. Correct, she's in this building. Cesar should be watching her at the moment. You're welcome to go and see her if you'd like. Really? Thank you. Mind if you come along? I'd like to know how she's doing, yeah. You're coming with? Just try not to bug anyone. We're checking on my other patients, so I'll leave you to it. Take care, alright? I'm still especially worried about you, Reen, given all the changes you've gone through, but I trust you know when it's too much. I'll let you know if I need anything. Thanks, Linda. Saying the goodbyes to Linda, they were left to their own devices once again. Dann gucken wir mal noch, wie es Ilya geht. Oh, hell no, you need to stay in bed. Well, times do I need to tell you that I'm fine? You're such a worry ward. Oh. You all couldn't have come at a better time. Oh. My controller died. Ich hab gerade gewundert, warum geht's nicht weiter? Ja, about that. Ich mal ein bisschen hier Platz machen. Mit der Tastatur, damit ich ein bisschen angenehmer auch den Controller nehmen kann. Da kommt, verbinde ich auch wieder. So. Well, hello everyone. I didn't think you'd be paying me a visit so soon. You're looking even better than I expected. It's such a relief. I've got to agree with Sully. You're probably still running on adrenaline. You should get some rest. Not to mention the psychological toll those masters had to take on wearers. No one could blame you for staying in bed while you can. Honestly, a hospital bed is the last place I want to be after how long it took to complete my rehab. Thought I was finally ready to take the stage again after 2 long years. But I also got in my head that Crossbill could never be the same again until I did. It must have been my mistake. Don't force me to put the mask on, so I share just as much of the blame. Do you mean? Yeah, where is this coming from? I've been filled with desire to make my performances bigger and better for as long as I can remember. The more time I spent away from the stage, the bigger those dreams got, until I wanted to put on the biggest show ever. Not so big that it would enrapture everyone, every living person in Crossbell. That would seem completely impossible for anyone but you. In other words, the role you played was a perfect match because it was what you wanted for yourself to begin with. It's starting to click now. Yeah, it certainly makes sense when you put it that way. You could tell there was a part of you that was concerned with putting on an entertaining performance even when you were fighting us. But it doesn't mean the dancer is who you really are. So what? You're not just going to move around and feel sorry for yourself, are you? Maybe I've made a real mess of things, and yeah, I can see its future might be a lot muddier now. But you're the one who taught me that the only way to fix your screw-ups is by working hard and improving. Sorry. She's a point. I also think it would be unfair to ignore how reliant Crossbow has become on you as a role model. It's a feeling we know all too well, and we let it cloud our judgment just the same. Sure as hell did. Take our word for it. It's worth it to stick it out and make things right instead of walking away. We want you to take the stage again, but it doesn't have to be as simple for Crossbow. Just be yourself. Best performer there ever was. Yeah, I've been dying to see you make your comeback just because I want to see you perform again. And some of us haven't gotten the pleasure, so no, we want to see you in your element too. Can't deny that it feels like we've missed out. Yeah, I want to see you on stage from our very own eyes. I do believe the audience has spoken. Don't know what to say. Alright, me? Give up? Quit to early retirement? No, I would never. I'm Ilya bloody here, the fervent dancer, to perform Mr. Brave. There's no place in this world where I belong more than the stage. I'm going to take responsibility for my role and what's happened. And I've paid my dues. I'm going to show each and every one of you the show of a lifetime. Got lost time to make up for as soon as I get out of here. But yet, I put the new moves I learned as a Tuscan dancer to good use. You will? I'm hardly surprised. Every time this woman falls, she gets back up stronger than ever. Of course she does. That's what makes her Ilia. But I hope you aren't forgetting doctor's orders. You need to take it easy for a while and recover your stamina. Yeah, I almost forgot. Get some rest, you maniac. I know. As much as I don't want to stay in another hospital bed, I can't begin to clean up my mess until I've recovered. Nevertheless, my point still stands. You all don't need to worry your pretty little heads over me. All I ask you promise to do what I can right now. Fight your butts off. It's a promise. Yeah, don't worry, we'll take care of things. Get well soon, we'll see you once this is all over. Was ich auch mal machen kann, ich kann mal Reverie wieder mal ein anderes Kostüm geben. Ich habe es nur gemacht für für die Cutscene sollte ich einfach cool fanden, dass sie mit dem Dancer-Outfit zu haben, während sie gegen Ilia fightet. So. By the way, ich meine ja, es gibt noch eine Secret Trophy. Eins davon war, dass wir noch für uns in die ins Shield-Run gegangen sind. Das Terminal uns angeguckt haben. Das zweite, was dafür wirklich relevant ist für dieses Secret Achievement, ist in der Police Academy. Also warte, ich kann von hier aus nicht fast traveln, oder was? Ja, okay. Police Academy Prison Deaths. Hello there! I hope we aren't interrupting anything. Not at all. Though I wasn't expecting to see so many of you all at once. I trust preparations are going well. That they are. Is there anything we can help with? We are trying to uncover exactly what happened here. Actually, a few of you were involved, I believe. So you and Hemisphere may be able to help. Could I have a moment of your time? Never saw myself helping the police. I still don't see it. Too much effort, so it's all you as Nadia. Or me in particular. Well, we found a certain something in there we are not sure what to do with. Thought it'd be better to figure out what happened before deciding how to approach it. I think I know what you found. See, that does sound like a job for me then. Your cooperation is appreciated. If McLean and Lord Rufus would also share their accounts on what happened here, that would also help. You have my word that I will not press you on your backgrounds if you choose to cooperate. We'll hold you to that then. It all happened so fast that there's a lot I don't remember. Let's hope you'll be able to fill in any gaps in your memory. Suppose I can help just as once. And being so cooperative is reading me awesome. That's enough whispering. I have some questions for you too, you know. This is part of the Monarch's Regalia. Array carrying artifacts does 400 choice purview. I'm not sure there's a point with this one so broken. Sorry about that. Wasn't much choice as I had fused with the Emperor. Or whatever he turned into. What if it resonated with his obsession towards Win and Nadia, transforming into a monster? That can happen. Still a lot we don't know about artifacts, but I didn't think they were capable of something like that. Wouldn't be the first time an artifact reacted to a person's thoughts. At least it lost the ability to do that now. See no problem with leaving it in the police's hands. Instead, we turn it over to the cathedral once we've finished writing our report. The information is giving us a fuller picture of what went on as well. Though I do wish we had more to go on to probably identify this Emperor individual. You're better off not thinking about who he is too much, not likely to be causing any more trouble anyway. An organization doesn't take kindly to anyone digging into their affairs. Even we're in the dark about it, and we were a part of it for a few years. Then they operate similarly to the society. The First Division can't afford to turn a blind eye to criminals who operate within its borders, dangerous or not. We likely need to work with the guild to keep an eye on them as much as we do Ouroboros. Yeah, you'll have our full backing. I'll be sure to share what we've learned here with the other branches when I can. Can you clarify something for me? You said the Emperor who showed up wasn't a real one, right? A simulacrum then? I don't know what I want to add to the list with the Supreme Leader, McBurn and the other alias. It's wild to think that there's tech so advanced that they can copy a guy like McBurn and not have him notice he ain't the real deal. If Elysium can calculate the future well enough to calculate to call it a prediction, then it could certainly calculate a living being. It also makes what Nadia and Spin said a little strange. Yeah, how come the replica Emperor was different from the real one? Even the way he fought against us was different. The biggest one was him being willing to overlook our betrayal. The Emperor we knew would stop at nothing to see us dead, and for that same offense. He's the type to take pleasure in seeing someone kill their own partner. He'd never miss a chance to make us feel the worst kind of pain imaginable. But then why would Elysium choose to realize him the way it did? It really is capable of analyzing a person's makeup down to every last detail and along the future. Why would such obvious tells that give the replica away to anyone familiar with the original be part of their design? Yeah, that's a good question. There's no logic behind an AI choosing to calculate any replica that way. Huh. This gonna sound weird, but work with me here. Say you failed to kill him the first time around, what do you think you would have done? He probably would have considered us his finest tools for being able to corner him as much as we did. Then he'd brainwash us so we'd never act out of line again. So I guess there are scenarios where you'd forgive us if what you're trying to say. And if you could think that, then it makes sense for the replica to think that way. My head's starting to hurt. Sorry, saying stuff like this isn't like me at all. Not like there's any point in talking what ifs. I don't know whether this relates to your case, but there's no such thing as a true perfectionist world. Und in dem Falle macht es wirklich mal Sinn, über What Ifs zu reden, weil wir haben einen fetten What If gesehen. Again, Callback zu Cold Steel 4 mit den 2 Endings. Das eine Ending literally is a What If of the other. It may appear that way to us, but it's like no exception. I agree, and I imagine that's what Prince Olivier and the others hope to exploit through their plan. You'll be taking part in the operation too, won't you, Dudley? Yeah, although only in a supporting role. The true keys to its success will be all of you. I may not be able to accompany you this time, Bunnings, but I still expect you to do your utmost to ascertain the truth. Look after them, Eglaine. I decided to keep them safe in your and Guy's place. Get us our answers, Detective. Count on it. After bidding farewell to Detective Dudley and Officer Franz, they resumed their preparations. So. Dann. Können wir mal in die Wetlands 1 gehen. Und wir haben einen kleinen Boss. 39. Ja. I don't see the issue.
に光をノブレスアーク。
ゼロ崩した。
もらった。私の番ですね。氷の進化お見せします。
そこだ。崩した。
もらった。お返しです。
俺の番だな。さて崩れたぜ。
隙あり任せて。はあ行きます。そこ。
Dass er den Defense down hat, nutzen wir das mal aus.
ミラーデバイスセットオン。オーバーレーザー照射。ミッションコンプリート。どうか安らかに。
そこだ。
お返しです。
よし。
我らに光を
Spark.
ノブレスアーク。
行くぞ。ゼロブレイカー。
いいぜ。
Ist eigentlich gescannt, ja.
さてスワック油断大敵ってな。任せろや。さてスワック崩れたぜ。
隙あり。
させない。
しゃらくせえ。
行くぞ。さあ、いったー。とどめだ。タイガーチャージ。
やチャンスです。
もらった。
そこだ。
任せろや。
Mal hier, damit Ellie nicht down geht.
二番じゃねえぞ。
俺の番だな。さあ、行くぞ。とどめだ。今だ。
もらった。私の番ですね。ショックモータルミラー今です。
もらった。
終わりです。
よし。
やったよかった
と
や
レベルアップ。
So. Black Submarine Orchard. Oh, look at this fragment sparkling even though it's jet black. It's a different type of submarine ore. Black submarine ore, I think it's called. Yeah, I came across some of it last year as well. It's even more richer than the standard submarine ore, which itself is renowned for being nearly flawless. Professor Schmidt discovered a way of processing it too. It should be possible to upgrade a weapon with enough of it, even here in Grossbell. That old Kurt is something else. Yeah, Canberra wasn't too happy when he heard the professor had one-upped him. Oh yeah, Finder Grams was the one who found a way to refine submarine ore in the first place. Nämlich im Liberal Arc. Well, whatever, I'm not going to complain as long as we can use the stuff to make better weapons. Agreed, it will be useful in the battles ahead. The Institute of Technology should have the data on the refinement process. I have to send it over to Grossbell. Appreciate it. I'll get in touch with the local workshop so they can get us get up to speed on how it works. Yippee! Something worth cheering about. True, bolstering our offensive capabilities is never a bad thing. Oh, I think a fragment is much too small to upgrade even one weapon. A few more should do the trick. Let's be on the lookout for them as we travel. Gut. Dann haben wir noch ein paar Treasure Chests, die wir mitnehmen wollen.
Say, hey. Say, ha.
みんなチャンスよ。行きます。アークス
俺の番だな。ゼロ
て。アークス駆動。
させない。
回復します。
ありがとうよ。
ええ。
俺の番だな。
Nicht gekillt?
任せろ。そんじゃま次行くか。
とレベルアップ。
強そうね。みんな気をつけて。
So.
お、なかなか強そうだね。
Oh, dann haben wir dich.
お宝じゃねえか。
So, ist Level 3? Das macht es auch nach dem Guide danach. Und dem Guide käme jetzt erstmal Michel. Ja. In Michelin gibt es nämlich die letzte Requirement für die Secret Trophy. Die aber erst wirklich dann viel später brockt. Ich glaube, ich habe das Achievement sogar, weil ich mir gerade genau im Kopf habe, was das Achievement ist. Ich wollte sie nicht schlagen. Ah, see you guys. Tia, I'm so glad you're alright. It's good to see you well too. We just thought we'd stop by. Well, Rosine, how are things going over here? Not bad. The bros finished their analysis not long ago. Really? It was simply a task, especially given the most of the device's capabilities have already been demonstrated to us. Though the fact that the device capable of so much exists at all is something I did not expect. That says a lot in itself, coming from you. You mentioned that this device was responsible for the Retributive Tower's active camouflage, right? But it's not the same as the stealth technology used to hide Courageous 2 in Nord. Oh, this goes well beyond just active camouflage. This device does much more than that. For one, it's capable of noise cancellation to a degree that would, and did, allow a weapon of that size to be built in secret. It even made use of the open network and communications agreement to order boat routes to keep them away from it. Is that even possible? I had wondered how it was made without anyone realizing, but I suppose we now have our answer. Was the Sonorous Seashell part of this? Though it was only defined in piece in a complex arrangement. The false divine blade of wind that appeared in Nord was also controlled from here, it seems. That was done all the way from Crossbow? Is there anything our enemy can't do at this point? Sheesh. Can understand how that artifact would enable such a thing in theory, but it's still hard to believe. Yeah, we're talking about something on a much bigger scale than a round of 7. All of this makes it sound key to our enemy's plans. Why is it just left here? We don't need it anymore now that the Retributive Tower is finished? Shame we couldn't ask the person whom we thought you that question. Agreed. Use of Elysium has thrown Eteria into an uproar too. No doubt, none of the singularity stuff fits into our holy text at all. But I can't exactly fight under the category of unexpected miracle like the sword pale or McBurn either. There's no place for vague words like miracle when talking about a singularity. You're talking about a technological feat that was always been possible for humanity to achieve. That is, save the part about it having never before documented capacity to calculate the very future. The predictive conditional convergence calculation that we were told about, where you can calculate the odds of potential outcomes based on the variables you define. Are there even any limits on what you could do with something like that? Say no. Providing you know what you want to achieve, you can explore every possibility and option for getting there. If you had to choose between two options, you could calculate the possible future for both and reject the one with the worst outcome. Multiply that by an infinite number of choices and potential futures, and you have an idea what Elysium can do. It truly boggles the mind. Calculating possibilities to avoid the worst, huh? The description made me think of Muse's ability a little. That mixed with Aaron's super instinct? I wish. Got nothing on that kind of stuff she's describing. At this point, it is genuinely believable that every decision we have made has been exactly in line with our corporate's projections. It's so crazy. It leaves the question of exactly what future they are trying to bring about. Whatever it is, I can see it being a bright one if a super weapon like the Retributive Tower is a key piece of the puzzle. We can't let this come to pass. Right, we are not letting some AI decide our future for us. Took the words right out of my mouth. Sounds like Jonah and the professor are having with what Prince Olivier is planning too. We can do this, I know we can. You guys aren't gonna believe the surprise we can store for you. When artificial intelligence reaches that point, humanity's true value will be put to the test. Those were Epstein's words when he predicted the existence of a technological singularity. If you want to prove there's still a place for us in this new future, you better sprint ahead, full bore, and prove it. Can count on that. Here that shouldn't exist, discrepancies with simulacra and prophetic conditional convergence and calculations. Feels like the pieces are finally starting to come together. All that's left is for us to confront the true culprit behind everything. We've done it before and we do it again. We solve this case. Just you watch, guy. Wir kriegen noch 7 AP dafür, dass wir sozusagen diese Secret Trophy freigeschalten haben.